Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jax on Jackson Kai Play. This is all the mods 9 to the sky. Yes, and I'm over here working on Botania. As you can see, I have a fancy robe there, and I was just kind of working through the different quests and stuff, and thought I should be recording. So I hope you guys are enjoying the episode. And if you want to do some more at Botania, we just got the beginning started earlier in a few episodes ago. But yeah, I need to get a little bit farther today to finish up some of the quests. And if you're interested in that, stick around and I'll get started on those now. Okay, the first thing I wanted to show you guys is that I went ahead and automated the dropping of the coal so we can keep getting mana all the time. And I made this advanced demagnetization coil, so if I have my magnet on, it won't pick up the coal when it's dropped. And let me explain to you guys kind of what this is. We have an open crate that's fed with a hopper with coal blocks in it. So it feeds into it and they drop on top of this pressure plate. It could be any pressure plate, a stone one or any wooden pressure plates. Don't use the other ones like the metal ones. But and then it's sending out a redstone signal. Comes around up here, comes back up and goes into this repeater set on one tick, and that locks the hopper until the next one comes down. So if we go over here, pick it up, see another one comes down, and it just keeps doing that until you run out. So it works pretty good. So that's an easy way to automate your mana. So if you want to take a look at that screenshot or whatever, it's, like I said, it's really pretty simple. You have the open crate dropping items down onto a pressure plate with red signal coming out of it, redstone signal, and going up into a repeater into a hopper that's feeding into the open crate. And it's really that simple. And now this is for, you know, any kind of flower that makes mana from coal or any carbon. So it only works for that, but that's where you usually get started, is with the endo flame. So and then what I did is we of course we got our mana pool here, and then and also I did move me up here. I was down by the animals, so it's kind of nice. It's a little quieter up here. And then so today I went ahead and made another mana spreader that will pull mana from this pool over into this runic altar, because I'm starting to make some of the runes. I did just go ahead and make the rune of air, and I have these set up here. So the next one we're going to make is the rune of mana. So if we look at that, it's 5 mana steel ingots and 1 mana pearl. And you just take those and you place them. So we'll go down here, 1 pearl, and then you need 1 living rock. So we just place these, right click them on there, 3, 4, 5, and then a pearl. And then you right click the rock under. You can see here it says there's not enough mana. You see the little dial over there on the rune that's trying to be made. It's kind of going up a little bit by a little bit, like a little bit. So we can go ahead and place the stone on here to make the tablet, but we won't be able to do it until it's finished. Okay, now it's finished, and it showed that the wand is available to use now. And so we just right click it with the wand, and then we got our next rune, the rune of mana. So let's continue on to the next one, which is the rune of earth. So we need some mana steel ingot, stone, block of coal, a mushroom, and a mana powder. Okay, so let's grab those items out. Mana powder, mana steel, block of coal. There was a mushroom, brown one, and what was the last thing that we needed for the earth? Oh, mana powder or a stone? Yeah, stone's what I need. Actually, I have stone, but that's for making the living rock and stuff. So I guess I could use it. But so let's go ahead and place these on here. It doesn't really matter what order that you place them on, as long as you get all these things first, and then you can place your living rock next. And then you gotta wait for the timer to get finished for all the mana to show up. Okay, now it's ready to again. Right click it. And you notice that sometimes you get more than one. Like the rune of air, I got 2 a while ago, and they give me 1 for completing a quest. And so for the mana, I only got 1. And then to the Rune of Earth, I got 2. So let's kind of move these out of the way. And let's go to our next one, which will be fire. So, okay, we're getting another brick, gunpowder, another wart, mana steel, mana powder again. And we have our powder, our steel. Kai does have the essence being made, the seeds are making mana steel too, so that's really pretty helpful. Okay, and then we need gunpowder. And then we need a couple of nether items. Nether wart, and another brick. And it looks like we're going to have to make one of those, which is okay. Let's just go ahead and make 64 while we're at it. Just need one for right now, but if we need to have, make more later, we have them available. And there we go. We'll just finish this one up. Grab our stone. The clock's ticking away. And it's not too bad on the mana. There is some things later on to make that does require a lot of mana, so I may end up making some more Endo Flames or figure out a better way to make mana. We'll have to figure that out later though. So the Rune of Water is next. So we need a fishing pole, and I've been saving these from our aquatic entangler, so that kind of works out pretty good. So fishing pole, sugarcane, and bone meal. You can see we have quite a few. Let's move that down here. Bone meal. We need the mana stuff. Steel. And I think I forgot what the other item was. Sugarcane. We do have a bunch of this over there, so it's set up in a different area. I don't have my system quite connected to it yet. Okay, grab our next rock, right click that, and we're getting close for enough mana to be done for it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that finishes up well, I thought that finished our 5 runes, but see, Rune of Water, that's only 4. Which one am I? Oh, fire. I did fire, didn't I? I don't see it, so I guess I'll have to do that one again. Another brick? Well, that's what I just did. Okay. Another brick. Another wart. Mana. We need some more mana powder here in a second too. Mana steel. And what was the last item? Another brick, gunpowder, I think. Let's try this again. Okay, we're doing the countdown. I'll have to look back to the recording because I thought I did that one. There we go. Okay, so we have it now anyway. We have all 5. One other thing I wanted to show you guys is you can create these mana tablets. They're just they're a mana pearl or a mana diamond surrounded by living rock. And if you take a look at the recipe, let's see, mana tablet, and they're just like that. That's a mana diamond and mana pearl. And what you can do is you can take them once you have them. Like this one, it's almost full. Take it and throw it over into the pool. The pool is right now is set up to take from the pool to the mana tablet. As you can see, it kind of sucked up all the mana there. It's still not full yet, but you can right click with your wand and switch it back and forth. So I can throw this back in, and now we'll take the mana out of the tablet and put it into the pool. But what you want to do is, if your pool's getting full, you can either switch your spreader to another mana pool. If your mana pool is getting full, you can take your mana spreader and point it to another mana pool. Just don't break your mana pool, because you'll lose if you don't do some way of saving it. So that's another way you could do it, is by using the mana tablets. All right, pick that one up, switch it back, and this is just in case you need some mana for opening a gateway or whatever. That's pretty handy to have. All right, so let's look at the quest and see where we're at. And we've got the pulse spreader, so we'll go ahead and collect that. We did complete all the runes, so now we got these bands we can create. The mechanical brewery, that's optional. So we're probably going to skip that for right now. But let's go ahead and make this. So that's A, and we can just craft that. So that's cool. And then the band of aura. By upgrading the band of aura with a ingot of TERRASTEEL, it increases the mana generation rate of the band significantly. Okay, so that's cool. So we want to do that. And then to get the TERRASTEEL ingot, if we take a look at that, we're going to need this TERRASTEEL agglomeration plate. And that's kind of see what we have there for that. It shows you how to make the TERRASTEEL. So you got to place these three, and you need a mana again to them. So what we'll do, we'll bookmark this so we can make it. Back out, get into our crafting. So we'll make this one. So we have our ring, and we'll make our plate. Which one are we missing? Probably the one I just used. Which one is that? Yeah, mana. Okay, that one's pretty easy to make though. So it's kind of visually, it tells you if the recipe is right or wrong, and it makes that noise. Even though it has the X right there, it's saying I can't make it, but that's because I haven't placed the stone yet. And then once it gets full of the mana onto the altar, we'll be able to craft these just like we have been. Like that. Okay, and so we'll make that TERRASTEEL terrestrial agglomeration plate. Let's see, we need to go back over into main inventory, main crafting, and we have that. Now, the thing you want to look at when you place this down, it has to be sit in a certain position like this. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and underneath the plate is a 5th living rock. So we can place that, can be above the ground. We'll just place it over here. So we need 5 living rock. Okay, so then we need 4 blocks of lapis. And then we just put our plate here in the center, as you can see, like that. Now, usually when you get up there, you can start making sparks. But, okay, so if we go ahead and read it. So now's the time to create a platform with the terrestrial agglomeration plate, or TA plate, so we can make TERRASTEEL. To create the platform, you need to place 5 pieces of living rock and 4 blocks of lapis in a checkerboard pattern, like the image below. Place the plate in the center of the living rock block, and the platform will be complete. The TERRASTEEL needs a lot of mana to craft, requiring the use of sparks. Place several sparks over your mana pools, and then one over the terrestrial agglomeration plate to direct your mana for crafting. Once you have the platform ready for crafting, toss 1 mana steel, ingot, mana diamond, and a mana pearl on the plate to start crafting steel. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the sparks, because I know from before you're going to need a lot of mana. So let's see if it has the sparks in here. So if we can complete those by doing it. I don't see them. There's different types of sparks too. So let's go to crafting, at Botania, and spark. And you see you get different kinds. We're just going to start out with the regular spark. You do need 2 of them, and these, if you look inside the Lexia Botania, it tells you what these are, different ones are for. So we're just going to need 2 of these. So this is the items that we need, and this could change based also on the pack. So just keep that in mind. So really, I didn't need to change the mana spreader there. Put one there. So you see the spark above it, spark above here. So we can see that. Now we can go up here and toss our items. And mana quartz. So we need a mana pearl. Each one of these. So we can just. And I don't think we have all of them, so let's put them all in the right place. It needs to be in the center. You don't have to be perfect, but and I don't have my magnet on. I'm just too close. So we're back up here a little bit. Okay. There you go. You can see the animation working. And since it takes a lot, what I'll probably do is go ahead and throw our tablet we have back in the pool, and then switch it from the tablet to the pool, like that. This TERRASTEEL actually too. Once we get the TERRASTEEL ingot, we'll want to make another one because that's what is used to make the Elven Gateway too. So there we go. There's our first piece of that. And we can look, see how much mana that you used up quite a bit of mana. I do happen to have another one in my backpack. Which I have 2 more, so let's go ahead and do that and make 1 more mana steel. Or there we go. And make another TERRASTEEL ingot. So we need a mana diamond and a mana steel. And to make the mana diamond and the mana pearl, you just take whichever version of those and you throw them into the mana pool, and it will make it. So just like this. Okay, so we get all of our items again. Back away, see the animations. And it's a good reason to have everything automated, so you can speed this up too. If you had enough mana pool, it's just by however slow it takes to get enough mana to finish the transformation there. Okay. And I know one of these we need to switch to ingot or nuggets. We can go ahead and make our next ring like that. Check these because they do give you things that you need sometimes. All right, let's see, these are one of them too. So we want to do the mana lens. Pretty easy, just glass. Add that to our bookmarks over here. And if you put this on the mana spreader, it helps out. Okay, let's see if it says anything about it. To upgrade the mana spreader, you can attach the mana lenses to the front of the spreader. However, the most basic mana lens does nothing. So what we just made does nothing. You first need to upgrade the mana lens to give it a different effects on the burst of mana it sends out. Lenses can be also dyed by crafting with any color or with a mana pearl to create a rainbow lens. By combining the mana lens With the specific runes and items, we can use them to upgrade our spreaders. You can also combine two lenses together with a slime ball to create a composite lens, combining other powers to create even stronger effects. Okay, so we take a look down here real quick and accept that one. We got a velocity lens. I think, yeah, that. Let me clear some of our bookmarks real quick. And made that. Yeah, I made the chemical catalyst too that it's can use to be transforming other things. All right, so we get down here to the lenses. We get the velocity. Dramatically increases the speed of the mana burst at the expense of initial capacity and faster mana loss. That don't sound like very good, very much fun. Decreases the amount of time that it would take for a mana burst to start losing its mana, but also decrease the rate of its loss. Okay, that one's probably not too bad. We can add that one. The bounce lens allows mana burst to bounce off walls. I don't think we need that. We'll probably end up making it because it's part of the quest. But the potency doubles the amount of mana a mana burst can carry at the cost of speed, increases the mana loss over longer distances. Okay, so I think that one we'll probably want to make too. And what's this one? Significantly increases the amount of time a mana burst can go without starting to lose mana, but it slows it down as well. Okay, so I think we want to use the efficiency and the potency as the two we want to make. Oh, we look at the efficiency run. We need to grab that back off there. And we'll actually need to make another one of those too. Okay, so let's make efficiency. And we'll make the potency. And there we go, we made that one. And if we get a slime ball, we could combine the two together. And just like that, we have a composite lens with efficiency and potency that we can stick on here. Just right click it, you don't have to actually shift. So that should speed up things, make it a little faster and more efficient. So we need to do it. We're not very far from the Elven Gateway though. Let's see. We might be able to do that really quick. I know it does take a couple of mana pools, and it takes a couple of pylons. See where they're at here in the system. And this is something we want to make the splitter. Splitter can be used as a way of splitting incoming mana burst into several mana pools at once. Sparks are used to transfer mana to specific blocks, which are needed for the progression of Botania. To use a spark, place over the mana pool and then another over a nearby block, then accept it. Think of this as like wirelessly transferring mana from your mana pools to the desired nearby block. To remove the spark, sneak right click it with the one to the forest. It is kind of like a tech mod, even though you're using semi-type magic stuff on it. So manipulation, there's the band of mana. Okay, we might be able to even do that real quick. Let's see. Yep, there we go. We got that one done. And for the greater band, looks like it's a similar thing, so we can make that too. And I'll need to combine these back, and I'll make another TERRASTEEL ingot in between episodes. Okay, what happened to my TERRASTEEL ingot? Did I not craft it? Maybe that's what it was. Okay, there we go. We knocked out this little part too. There's no rewards on it. Oh, we get done here. Let's see, opening the portal. Okay, that is actually the next part. So let's go ahead and do that. This is to create a portal to Alfheim. Start with the frame. We'll need to use 8 living wood blocks, 3 glimmering wood blocks. Actually, we need to make another TERRASTEEL too, then do that. And with the Elven Gateway core to create the frame. Open the frame. Once the frame is created, you'll need to open it using at least 2 mana pools down here at the bottom, and a huge amount of mana in a Natura pylon over 2 pools. So it's these over the pools. These mana pools can be made within 11 by 11 by 11 area around the core, and that's the quartz down here at the bottom. Now, though the mana pools need a large amount of mana to activate the portal, activating the portal does not cost mana itself. However, converting the materials over will use a little each time. If there is not enough mana, the portal will close. You can also use the luck staff, Botania, to help you build it. Okay, so with that, guys, I am going to go ahead and wrap the episode. And then hopefully the next episode we'll get back and we'll be able to start out by finishing this up. Okay? All right, thank you guys.